Well, hello, everybody. It's exciting to be here. Excited to share with you a little bit about who we are and our journey leveraging QuickSight to enable HR analytics for our customers. My name is Brian Kaysen. I'm the Director of Business Intelligence at Trakstar, and I'm based out of Denver, Colorado.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rebecca McAlpine. I am the Product Manager on our Insights team at Trakstar, and I am also based out of Denver.
So let's start with a quick overview of who we are and what we do. So Trakstar is an HR software company, and we're focused exclusively within a few key core functions within the HR tech landscape. We're not a full-service HRIS system that you might be using. We're focused in a few key areas to really help enable HR leaders within the talent development space. Trakstar is roughly 100 employees. We span the globe. My team is built out of, we have 2 data engineers and then 2 BI analysts on my team, and then we partner with Rebecca on the product side. Our customers, we span industries. We have customers that are small, maybe a handful of employees, up to customers that are many thousand. Our product has been around for a number of years. It's gone through some evolution, but when I joined in 2021, we had an opportunity, and it was presented to really explore how could we unlock new analytical opportunities for our customers, particularly across this employee life cycle from hire to retire. And so with this opportunity, it was a chance to build something end-to-end, a greenfield solution. Pretty exciting opportunity that me personally, I couldn't pass up. Building on a modern analytics stack allowed us to look at what are the best of breed tools we could use. And with our entire infrastructure at Trakstar built on AWS, QuickSight was a natural choice to be able to look at as we were looking at how could we unlock this data and provide that data to our customers and meet them where they're already at within our products, as opposed to having to create a separate standalone login application that they had to adopt. So our product really focuses on 3 key areas. Each of these 3 products that you see here, applicant tracking, performance management, and learning management. So helping customers in terms of the recruitment process, publishing their jobs to job boards, receiving candidate applications, screening those candidates, moving them through the hiring process, and ultimately finding top talent. Performance management product is really focused around helping organizations with their annual review cycles, or maybe it's a mid-year, maybe it's a 90-day review for new hires. We also have some engagement survey features to allow organizations and managers to be able to solicit feedback from their employees, as well as goal planning in that product. And our third product is a learning management system, really helping organizations when it comes to training, onboarding, certifications, and course compliance, and being able to provide a self-service tool to allow trainees to complete the content. In 2021, we decided to make a change. Each of these 3 products that you see here, or I should say aspects of our product, were legacy SaaS solutions. Each of these were uniquely branded and really operated as 3 separate companies. So a lot of our customers that chose us for one of these 3 that you see here had no idea that we offered the other 2. And that was a challenge, but it was also an opportunity. It meant that we had a chance in 2021 to unify these products under a cohesive brand and share that with our customers. Mid-2021, we set out to do that. We rebranded under the Trakstar name, which was the former name of our flagship performance management tool. We rebranded our applicant tracking system as Trakstar Hire and our learning management as Trakstar Learn, ultimately to create this unified experience for our customers and enable us to shift towards more of a suite of tools and a platform offering for our customers. And with this unified approach, what's at the center there is ultimately the employees of the companies that we serve, right? Being able to create product-to-product integrations, workflow integrations to enable efficiency for HR leaders who in some cases are one-man shows, in other cases there's a few folks, and in some cases there's 3 different admins across each of these 3 different modules of the platform. So at the center are the employees, right? But as we looked at what we had in front of us, it wasn't just the employees, it was data. And as I was thinking about this slide, it reminded me of a Saturday morning, sitting at breakfast with my 3-year-old daughter. She looks at me and she goes, "Hey, Dada, it's just data." Huh? Where did that come from? She's definitely our more reserved child, not as talkative as our 5-year-old. But she's listening. She's listening to all the conversations at dinner time around data and charts and bar charts and all that stuff. But she's right. What we had in our product was just data. The workflows that our customers were using our software for was generating a ton of data. It was just data because it was more or less just being collected, both structured and unstructured data. We recognized we had an opportunity to leverage that first-party data in some unique ways. It allowed us to take that data, shape it, transform it, and present it in a visual fashion for our customers to help them answer questions. We also saw an opportunity to lean into the growing area of research called people analytics. Some of you may not have heard of that, but you soon will. It's an area of research that is growing to really help quantify and connect the people operations to business decisions. Wharton School of Business now has an annual conference that's taking place, I think, in 2 months, specifically focused on this area of research. It's going to be super exciting to see how this evolves for organizations as they learn to adopt people analytics as a core part of their analytical decision-making across their businesses. We recognize, hey, we have an opportunity to inform our customers, build a people analytics solution within our product experience, and that was something that we just couldn't pass up. What you see here is how we view HR today. Over the last few years, really over the last 20, 25, 30 years, we've seen a shift. HR being viewed maybe historically as a cost center, maybe HR being viewed as a support function, a back office function for all the other departments in the organization. A shift from that perspective to more of a strategic role within an organization has been slowly taking place. The employee experience is not linear. What you see here, and this is an example of different functions even within the HR department. The employee experience is a set of networked connections and touch points that ultimately drive an employee to decide, is this a place where I have opportunity to grow? Are my managers taking care of me? Do I love the work that I'm waking up to do every day? And we believe that this type of integrated approach can really help organizations shift to a more strategic way of thinking, and our products and how we've approached them allow for that. We also recognize that over these last few years, we've seen a gradual rise in the role of the chief people officer in many organizations. As organizations recognize that they have an opportunity to look at people operations and be able to allow that function within your organization to sit at the same table as the other organizations, right? Marketing, finance, they're there. They've got their analytics. Now people's there, and they've got their people analytics. We knew that this transition has been taking place. But then this happened. The pandemic hit in March of 2020, and everything changed. Organizations had to shift from either maybe we're already in a hybrid model. They had to shift to either fully remote or hybrid for the first time. And many organizations are still struggling to figure out what's that optimal balance there for my organization and my teams. The shifts that took place in 2020 were immense. Take a second, think about what were some of the things that you experienced in 2020? What were the changes that you guys had to make strategically? What were the decisions that had to be made? Pretty drastic, I'm sure. Prior to joining Trakstar, I was working for Bagel Brands, which is the restaurant group that owns and operates Einstein Bagels, Brugger's Bagels, Noah's Bagels. And for a brief period, we were working with Caribou Coffee. Now, we're in New York City, so I'm sure there's some very opinionated bagel folks out there. I have a place in my heart here for that circular dough with the hole in it, that's boiled and baked. It's slathered with cream cheese. In 2020, we had on our roadmap the desire to enhance our digital capabilities and digital experience for customers. One of which was launching mobile, improving our mobile app experience, order ahead, things like that. The other was third-party delivery. What was going to be an 8-month project in 2020 became a 3-week project when the pandemic hit. Everything shifted towards how can we launch third-party delivery as quickly as we can for our customers, open up that new channel, and try to start recovering revenue that was dropped overnight when the commuter traffic went to a complete standstill. And I'm sure you guys have experienced many situations since 2020. Within the HR landscape, the volatility that HR leaders have had to deal with has been immense. When the pandemic hit, many companies had to either furlough hundreds or thousands of employees or terminate employees as they sought to cut costs. HR had to deal with that and support their organization through that. No small feat. Since then, we've seen the great resignation, the great reshuffle, the great rehire, the great whatever you want to call it, right? Organizations have had to deal, and particularly HR, have had to deal with record level resignation rates, an extremely tight job market, and they're continuing to feel that. Now, the tech industry in recent months has seen numerous announcements around layoffs. Within that industry, that's taking place. However, within the larger macroeconomic picture, the labor market is still fairly tight. For every job seeker, there are roughly 2 job openings still. Organizations have an immense desire to find talent, and they can't find it. And if they find it, they're hoping it's the right person, hoping that they can bring that person on in the right way. HR leaders had an immense challenge that required new ways to think about their operations and their processes. And at Trakstar, we had an opportunity to really lean into how we could help our HR customers solve those challenges. So, what did we do?
We created a product that we now lovingly refer to as Trakstar Insights. And in order to answer the questions that Brian was just posing and to really give our customers the ability to handle all of the changing aspects of the HR landscape, we desired to deliver something that was not just viable and to go the next step further and deliver a minimum lovable product that would focus on what would make the biggest difference to our customers in the shortest amount of time possible, and to really make a material difference in their day-to-day so that they're able to answer those changing questions. So we created a curated dashboard using QuickSight that went beyond just bar charts and graphs. We decided to show analysis that would show retention and hiring trends and hiring timelines so that our customers would be able to come to the table with real metrics to answer those tough questions that they're being asked today. We also really wanted to delight our customers. We added Trakstar Insights on as an addition to all 3 of our products in our product suite. So we wanted to create additional value for them and also create something that they would soon not be able to live without. So this is that MLP, this minimum lovable product. So this is what we refer to as Perform Insights. So this is our net new analytics solution that we deployed to Perform in January of 2022. So we actually just passed our 1-year anniversary with this dashboard, and since then we have iterated on it and expanded across our other products in our product suite. This was also launched in Perform to all of our customers across all of their admin users. And we really wanted to enable our customers with this dashboard specifically to be able to see their performance data in a way that they had never been able to see it before. We wanted them to be able to see their organizational strengths and weaknesses over time. We're also the filters at the top, we're giving them the ability to filter down by review type and group so that they're really able to take actionable next steps based on this data so that it's not just data. We are showing review score percentiles in the top right-hand corner here so that our customers are able to take steps with retaining their top performers or addressing those bottom performers. We received really early validation that this dashboard was going to bring a lot of value to our customers. One of our sales reps was able to re-engage a lost customer, a lost opportunity. I think it was 1 week after we launched this. And with the added value of insights, she was able to close that deal on a 3-year contract for 2 times the contract value of the original opportunity. So we knew that we had something special, and we knew we had something worth investing in.
So here is a high-level overview of how we enabled QuickSight within our product experience. Like I said, these 3 products were all standalone SaaS solutions. Each of these 3 were built on completely separate tech stacks. We needed a way to enable insights and deliver those QuickSight dashboards in as quick as time as possible, no pun intended. What we wanted to do is we wanted to create a repeatable process, starting with our Trakstar Perform product, knowing that those teams have their own roadmaps, their own priorities. And what we ended up coming up with was this application that essentially stood in the middle between QuickSight and our products. It created an API interface that was consistent that our products could integrate against. It also took the heavy lifting of QuickSight user registration, dashboard embed requesting on behalf of all 3 products. Another key component to this and why we kind of took this approach was it allowed us to register our admin users who might be an admin in 1 or multiple products, register the same QuickSight user and be able to get some early information on how they're requesting the dashboards and tracking those sessions. So Rebecca and the product team could be able to understand usage and adoption from the get-go. This solution also allowed us to have a very controlled mechanism for change management as we were releasing new versions of the dashboards, where we could publish and migrate those from our QA environment to our production environment, run our testing, and then be able to quickly just swap in the new version with no downtime for our customers. This also was the source for our row-level security, making sure that our customers and the users logging in were only accessing the data that they had been granted access to. So we're really excited and we're really proud of this delivery mechanism because once we had the first integration, which I think within 2 weeks, we got a chance to see that first dashboard pop in the QA environment, which was super exciting. After the long journey of putting together the end-to-end solution, seeing that first customer deliverable come to life was pretty cool. But what it allowed was us to expand quickly. So we launched the Perform dashboard in January. We followed that up with our Learning Insights dashboard at the end of March of last year. We then rolled our Hiring Insights dashboard that you see here. These 2 here on the side, we rolled out and really hit the milestone that we had set for our organization to deploy Trakstar Insights, and we did that within the first half of last year. And we were really proud to be able to accomplish that. What that set up for the second half of the year was for us to go even deeper. So these dashboards, as Rebecca was saying, provided a new lens into how our customers can look at their data in new ways. We wanted to go further, and so what you see on the right-hand side are the 2 benchmarking dashboards that we launched. Those take our customer data, aggregate, anonymize that, and put it together alongside their data to help answer that question, am I normal? Being able to look at trends from the hiring landscape to understand, is my funnel just completely out of whack? Or are other organizations within my industry or organizations of similar size experiencing this same type of hiring challenges that I might be facing? Within our Perform benchmarking dashboard, this allowed us to create a net new KPI and metric in our solution that had not been presented to customers before, and that was being able to allow our customers to track and trend employee retention. With the Great Resignation, we knew that this was going to really resonate with our customers, giving them the ability to understand how their employee retention, looking at their entire organization base, be able to look at new hires, or maybe tenured employees, be able to look at retention rates and slice the data in some different ways, provide some really powerful analytics that we were able to deploy for our customers last year. So what you see here is essentially what we accomplished for Trakstar Insights in the year of 2022. In addition to this, building out these net new analytics, we also recognized we had an opportunity to tackle another project and lean in even further to QuickSight, building on the success and the foundation that we had established for Insights. This project was migrating the reporting functionality within our learning management system from another embedded BI vendor to QuickSight. This project, we were able to essentially begin and complete within a matter of months, alongside the creation and release of the benchmarking dashboards we just saw, and provided a clean, modern look to the reporting, providing our customers a cohesive, an even more cohesive and unified look and feel when it comes to the reporting and the access to the data in our platform. We're really excited about being able to accomplish this. The legacy system that we were using was antiquated, it was clunky. The dashboards that customers had been using had been built 6 years ago, at least. And so we had an opportunity to really address those customer pain points and bring something fresh and new for them. And at the same time, plug Trakstar Insights.
So when we were thinking about the direction that we wanted to take, specifically with developing the benchmarking dashboards, we wanted to create a key differentiator for us at Trakstar, but also for our customers. And where we really noticed that there was a gap was with our customers' data strategy, and also their ability to use their people data to tell a story. In a poll that we ran, 80% of the respondents said that they had no clear people data strategy. So we sought to fill that need and also build a dashboard that would enable them to tell their story, whether it be to their people, their leadership, and so on and so forth. So specifically with the benchmarking dashboards, we structured both the perform and the hire dashboard to go from a macro level, an organizational comparison to your peers, all the way down to comparing those operational efficiencies. So it really follows a intuitive path. And we also leveraged QuickSight to design the dashboards in a way that they were very shareable. So what you see here is the top section of the Perform benchmarking dashboard. And we designed this section to be able to stand with the rest of the sections in the dashboard, or to be able to stand on its own in a presentation. So our goal with this was to enable our customers to have presentation-ready reporting and analysis so that they could easily just grab it, drop it into a slide deck. We're also leveraging the custom narratives here. So up here in the top right corner, we're leveraging the custom narrative to deliver key insights to our customers. So taking even more of that work out of analyzing the data, we are delivering dynamic recommendations based on the analysis that you see on the left. We also have analysis guides in each of the sections of the benchmarking dashboard. And this, again, is just to enable the sections and the dashboard to stand on its own. So it really explains how you should look at this data and what insights you should glean from it so that you could print this out, give it to someone, the presentation could stand on its own, and you don't need to be there explaining it to them or have a data scientist on hand. So this is a really great quote from one of our hire customers. And it really just exemplifies that what we set out to do from the beginning was going to resonate for our customers and was really going to add a lot of value back into their day. So our goal was to deliver presentation-ready analysis and to eliminate manual spreadsheet work. Our hire customers specifically are in our systems a lot. and they have a lot of data, and a lot of that before was a manual export, manual manipulation, and analysis. So we really were able to elevate this customer into her new data-driven role that she hadn't really experienced before, so that she was able to have a seat at the table to influence business decisions. And this is another really great quote. This is a Perform customer, and she actually works for a higher education organization, so a little bit different use case here. But the win that we were able to provide for her, specifically with Insights, was the flexibility of the date filtering. So because she works for a higher education organization, she reports on summer semesters, calendar years, school years. All of that was manual for her before. And now she's able to easily manipulate the data within Insights and gain a lot of time back in her day. So she was actually so pleased with Insights that she was the subject of our first Insights case study. So that was great. So you've heard a lot about what we've done and why we did it, but some of the factors that really contributed to our success with leveraging QuickSight to release Insights to our customers. The first one being what Brian talked about at the beginning, really the timeline that we were able to launch Insights to our customers. The landscape was really disrupted, and a lot of our HR leaders felt like they didn't have the tools to really do their job in this new market. So the timeline really worked out great for us, and we were able to answer the questions that if we had tried to do this in 2019, probably would have been quickly outdated. We also aligned our product strategy to the differentiation piece that I talked about before, but also towards scalability. The Perform Insights dashboard and the benchmarking dashboard were released in a tabular format so that we were able to scale this without any other involvement from any of the other product teams at Trakstar. And we also were heavily involved with our customers early on and often throughout the product development process. So we focused in on one persona per product. So we launched Insights just to our admins across all three, and that really enabled us to hone in on what those admins needed and solve for those needs really, really well.
I'll speak to that last bullet here, serverless and scalable tooling. Being able to rely on a tool like QuickSight allowed us to go from MLP to what you've seen today. It helped us focus on those customer pain points and not have to worry about managing infrastructure in the interim. And that was really powerful and allowed us to be able to move quickly as a relatively small team.
So what's next? We have a lot of ideas for how we can leverage QuickSight in the future and expand Insights within Trakstar. A couple of the things that we're really excited about, one of them being enhancing the different employee lifecycle processes within all three products with some natural language processing and sentiment analysis. There are tons of applications for this within the three products that in our suite. Analyzing the organizational learnings in Learn, determining biases in performance reviews, or pulling out the sentiment in hiring interview notes. The options are really endless, so we're excited about that. We also want to expand Insights beyond just our admins. Like I mentioned, we focused in on that one persona last year, but we think that there's a lot of value that we could bring to our customers, our team leaders, our managers, if we were to expand Insights to them. So we're definitely, that's on the roadmap for 2023 as well. And lastly, we want to enhance our user workflows and not just have Insights as a separate dashboard. We want it embedded throughout our products. So an example of this would be using the visual embedding onto our homepage, onto our product homepages, so that when people log in, they are alerted right away of anything that needs attention or what they should focus on for the day.
So looking back at the last year, really, these are some of the metrics that stand out. We delivered 5 Insights dashboards, net new to our customers. 21,000 users, HR admin users, have access to those 5 dashboards. And when you factor in the migration of the Learn reporting, that was a total of 6 really major launches for the team. It was a really big year around the data analytics and enabling that for customers. With that Learn reporting, we knew we could confidently provision another 22,000 users onto QuickSight and be able to achieve the same level of performance and scalability that our first user would have experienced. With that, and migrating away from our legacy vendor, and being able to capitalize on the session-based consumption model that QuickSight offers, we're forecasting to save 84% in the next year as a result of leaning into QuickSight from what you've seen today. So I'll leave you with this last quote. Our Trakstar Perform team had the opportunity to partner with the Amazon Intern program this last year. And they found great success in using our performance management tool to provide those interns feedback, coaching, and advice as they're looking ahead to their next chapter after graduation. So I want to just leave you with that quote. We've also got a QR code here if you're interested to learn more about what our HR talent development software offers. If you guys are still doing paper-based processes or your hiring process is a mess, connect with us. We've got a booth outside. We'd love to talk with you and connect with your HR peers to help showcase and demo to them what our solution offers, and more importantly, what the data powered through QuickSight can offer them. Yeah? Any questions? Yeah.
Did that?
Familiar with QuickSight?
Yeah, and the second is how easy it's been for you to scale it, like maintain. How is it? Do you have? You mentioned team size. It
Yep.
seemed kind of pretty small.
Yeah. So everybody on the team had never used QuickSight before. I think when I interviewed with Chris, our CTO, he asked, "Hey, have you heard of QuickSight? Have you used it?" I said, "No, but let's check it out." And within the first few days of turning on QuickSight, I took some CSV files and was playing around with it, put together a very, very basic, a true MVP, a true mock-up of what these dashboards could come to life to look like. And we were able to use that and socialize that with the others on the leadership team and with our board to really help kind of cast that vision for where we're going. On our team, we have 2 data engineers that they dabble in QuickSight. They help with the migration from QA to prod. But they're very much focused on the data warehouse build out, the data pipeline. But we are engaging them because QuickSight's fun to play in. So that's been fun to be able to kind of give them some variety in their work. And then we have 2 other folks that are BI analysts. They're actually contractors. I've worked with them in the past. And so they were able to quickly get up to speed with QuickSight. One of those individuals works within HR for a very large organization and has been able to provide some very informative people analytics consulting as we kind of figured out how we want to lay this out. What are the stories we want to tell there? So in terms of being able to quickly get going, it was fairly easy, and I will say that the QuickSight community has been great. When we hit blockers and we've got questions, you can usually get a question or someone helping you out within 12 to 24 hours there. So that's been a huge resource for us too. And the support. The support, being able to submit tickets and hop on the phone with the QuickSight technicians has been great. They've been able to really help us address a lot of the issues that we've come across or some of the things that we're trying to learn and how do we do for our specific use case. Yeah.
I have a question. First of all, I really like the way that you use to tell a story and provide your customers the correct visualization, and that's my question. How did you determine what is the right visualization, what is the right story, how to put these dashboards together? Given that you've got such a wide variety of end users, somebody has to make the decision. So what was the process of achieving that dashboard structure and what elements to use if it's a bar chart against a pie chart or something like that?
Yeah, there were a lot of iterations in terms of floating these different visuals, how we want to lay these out, how we want to position them, what are the comparative metrics we want to set side by side, do we want a reference line or not. There's a huge opportunity and something that we're really leaning into to build around what we've delivered to our customers in terms of just general data literacy, and specifically then people analytics data literacy. And so we wanted to start with relatively basic charts. We didn't want to get too crazy on them. And so we really focused on bar charts, line charts, and leveraging those KPI visuals to really help communicate that in a way that really anyone, regardless of their data literacy proficiency, or that they could be able to derive and extract some meaningful insights there.
I will say we also engaged with a lot of our customers. We're really lucky to have a customer base that is very involved and wants to help. So we talked to, I don't even know how many customers for each iteration and each launch of the dashboards. And we would show them what we were working on, whether it was in a finished, polished state or not. And they'd be like, no, I don't really get that, or after we explained it. So over time, we figured out what would resonate. And like Brian said, we are still working on building data literacy. But as it has evolved, we have been able to determine what we think is going to resonate best with our customers.
Great presentation. So just one question. Could you expand a bit more on visual embedding case, like what business use case it's going to help you with? Because I know you mentioned in the end you're looking into visual embedding, so I'm just curious.
The visual embedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when QuickSight rolled out the ability to embed not just the full dashboard, but individual visualizations, it really got us thinking about how we can bring our existing landing pages when the user logs in, which is, for the most part, fairly static, where it's using some very rudimentary pie charts and bar charts, or just some KPIs that really don't feel fresh and new. We're really excited to be able to kind of bring that to life and to provide some interactivity, be able to click and hover and be able to extract those meetings there, and also ultimately drive them into the full dashboard experience. So they can say, this is where I need to focus my resources. Let me click down and drill down into that in the full dashboard experience.
So thank you very much, Brian.
You bet.
All right, give these guys a hand. I mean,